Hey Sagittarius, this is Perrymore Tarot's weekend reading from December 6th through the 8th, 2024. This is for Sagittarius. Last shuffle for Sagittarius. Let's see what's going on. Sagittarius, what we have here is travel and discovery. You may realize as you're going on in your life, I mean, some of you probably already realized this before, but that you were really being sort of, in a sense, held back or in a very toxic situation. Some of you may look back and go, holy crap. You know how like you don't realize that you're boiling until the heat's turned up kind of vibe, like a frog. And how do you boil a frog? You just sit him in cold water and slowly turn up the heat. And that's something that you may not have realized until now, according to this travel for swords. You might have ignored it. You may have ignored the subtle signs or the details, like, looked at your situation with a broad stroke instead of going, that's wrong, that's crazy, that's wild. And also, too, you may have even, oh, yeah, for sure. You may, you know, a Four of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Five of Swords, and the Three of Cups with travel is something that happens that shows you where it's like it's apparent to other people. I'm seeing other people going, oh yeah, that was really you ignored those signs. You know what I mean? I don't know how you didn't see that kind of thing. You might find that even to you, you may be saying, um, you may be feeling really low because you look back and go, how come I didn't really see that? A lot of this could even be that you blame yourself or feel like you contributed to your situation in some way. You may have been like, well, it wouldn't have happened if I wasn't this way or I didn't do this or say that. A lot of you may feel like it just looks like you are ignoring or you have ignored a lot of things, right? And first of all, you may have ignored third party, like a lot of what people were telling you. People may have been telling you things, and you're like, well, that's what they say. You discover that you may realize you need to look at what you decided that you wanted to hold on to or you wanted to believe versus what was actually being told to you. You may have passed a lot of things off as gossip or like, oh, that's just what people think, that kind of thing. But they're showing a skull and crossbones, so that to me looks like you may have been overly paranoid that maybe people were trying to keep you down or push you or kick you while you were down rather than telling you the truth. So victim mentality here with the Nine of Cups and the Eight of Cups, a lot of you as well may be in this space going, well, it's my fault because I wanted a certain connection, but you also wanted to leave something. You may have noticed, I'm seeing someone who noticed that something was toxic, but they wanted to be in a relationship or wanted to be in a friendship or have this connection or partnership more than you wanted health or something here. You may have felt like you needed to prove to others that you were worth being treated better, you were worth being respected, and so you stayed. And so spirit is asking you to focus more on you at this point and know that you don't have to prove jack to anybody. Even if people are saying to you, how could you not have seen? You don't need to prove to anybody that you did or why you stayed or why you did certain things and why you didn't walk away or why you did walk away. You don't have to prove jack. The spirit is asking you more than anything else to dream bigger with your life, dream bigger when it comes to partnerships. Partnerships is being highlighted today with almost every reading, but they're wanting you to focus more on how to become a better person within or to like, you know what I mean, to do the work on yourself that makes you feel like you're in a good place so that you can attract the type of partnerships that you desire or that you know that you deserve. They're saying that nothing is stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. So a lot of you may be feeling a little guilt or like I victimized myself because I wanted something that wasn't good for me, right? I wanted it anyway, but for fear of being alone. Some of you are in that space, right? Behind a mask, you have the Three of Wands and the Ten of Wands, which is not your fault. If that is the case, people, you want to be with someone and uh, they're constantly, this is a lot of times with the Five of Swords and these kind of in this energy, they could have been mentally abusive or just verbally abusive or dismissive. you know, a lot of that ignoring you, focusing on other people versus you. Behind a mask, though, this would tell me that underneath it all, you may be at a space now where you are expecting drama. You may be feeling like, oh, I'm expecting a lot of baggage, or I'm expecting a lot of, what's the word, burden. That's behind a mask. But this is also speaking about celebrating yourself and realizing that all these things happen for you to be able to look back and say, you know what, this is how I felt about it, this is how I feel about it now, and this is where I know that I can be, I will listen to my inner voice. I know that something wasn't right, but because of my fear, I stayed in a situation. So now I'm seeing a person who's saying, I know that the right kind of partnerships are coming towards me, especially a year from now, they're showing. And that as long as you're dreaming bigger about what you want in your life, realizing that you don't have to settle for anything for and in the sake of saying, oh, I'm so afraid I don't want to be by myself, I'd rather just take any old thing kind of vibe. Because they're showing a skull and crossbones, which tells me that some of this stuff was very toxic for you. It wasn't healthy at all. And knowing that you don't have to prove yourself to anyone else, because it just seems like there's a lot of third party mouth running their mouth, oh, Sagittarius, this is what, you were dealing with that kind of an energy. And you know what I mean? That's for you to work through. And so you may discover that you never really lost respect for yourself, or you never really debased yourself. You just made some decisions that now you may say now, say now, as we're looking at travel, that no longer am I going to ignore the details, the red flags here. And and I'm going to focus more on becoming the type of person that I'd want to date, the type of friend I'd want to be friends with, the type of coworker I'd want to work with, or the boss that I want to work for. You know what I mean? So you could be dealing with goodness gracious, not that, an Aries. We also have those. That's the main sign. We also have Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. So you could be a Sagittarius Capricorn cusp, or dealing with an Aries Taurus cusp. If you're not dealing with those signs, which you don't have to be, those signs could also be in your chart. Or if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.